Cliffhangers and Cocktails podcast with Amy Sissel, that's me, and my fantabulous co-host, Shéa McLeod.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
I'm so excited you're here.
Thank you. I'm excited you're here.
We are USA Today bestselling authors of paranormal women's fiction, among other things. And this podcast is brought to you, as always, by the Caftan Coven.
Today's episode is another minisode where we discuss a single topic related to the craft, whether it be craft cocktails, witchcraft, or writing craft. These will be great to listen to when you don't have a lot of time to listen to a full podcast. You know, you want specific information on a particular topic. So today's topic is the upcoming Sabbath, Litha. And you have an affirmation, I believe?
I do have an affirmation.
Ooh.
And I'm excited about this.
Okay.
So, here we go. I am part of the light that connects us all.
Ooh, I love that. Connection. You know,
We've been talking... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been talking so much about community and connections lately. And we're all part of it. We're all part of this big community of humans and what have yous.
Humans and what have yous. Exactly.
Well, I don't want to be exclusive to anyone who's listening to this podcast that is not human.
Or
Like,
does not
maybe
identify
we're a
as
big
human.
hit in the
Like
other planets.
maybe like the
Or-
Andromeda Galaxy. We're like big in the
Or
Andromeda Galaxy.
The Fae.
Or the
I
Fae.
wouldn't call the Fae human. Maybe they're fans.
Yeah, they'd probably be
You got
very
some
offended.
demigods interested? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're half human, I guess. But, you know, I just want to be inclusive of all of our
Absolutely.
supernatural friends.
Excellent.
Supernatural, extraterrestrial, whatevs.
All
We
are
are
welcome.
all part of the light. It's
Exactly.
universal light.
I love it. I love it because, you know, I'm so into the matriarchy, and the matriarchy is all about connection and community. And so I love it.
You know, I was just going to say, we talk about the matriarchy a lot on this podcast. And I have a few little graphics that go up on the screen when you watch on YouTube that for phrases that we say a lot. And so, like, every time we say "you do, you boo," everyone who's watching just saw it go across the screen. There's a graphic. And I have for science and
I love it.
a Caftan Coven call out. And there's just a few things that we say a lot that I made little graphics for.
I love it.
I have F the patriarchy, but do you know what I don't have? I don't have a yay matriarchy. Except if you're watching this right now, you know that was just a lie because you just saw yay matriarchy. I created it between recording and airing.
I love it. I dig it. Okay, so tell me, Amy, what is Litha? When is it?
Oh, Shéa. So glad you asked. So Litha, which is spelled Litha and pronounced Litha, is the celebration of the summer solstice. In the Northern Hemisphere this year, 2026, it will fall on June 21st. And our friends in the Southern Hemisphere will be celebrating Yule, not Christmas. I don't care what I said last year during our Litha episode. I know the difference. And so, yes, I should do a graphic that just says
Not
the Australians
Christmas?
don't celebrate Christmas in June. I don't know. Like, that's a lot of words for the graphic. But
And maybe it could just be like...
I made that mistake 2 times, and now I cannot let go of my own personal mistake.
Maybe it can just be like a flashing, like, you know, subtitle at the bottom.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah. So,
I know.
Our friends
I know the
down
thing.
under will be celebrating Litha in... Is it November or December? December. Yeah. December.
Okay,
duh.
that's even worse than me not knowing. One time, misspeaking one time.
Okay, 6
Yule.
and 12. Yeah, okay.
And when we celebrate Yule, the winter solstice,
Yeah. Yeah.
they will celebrate.
But I do know that Christmas is not in June.
I know that too.
No matter which hemisphere you're in.
Anyway, let me tell you about the word Litha.
Yes, tell us I'm very curious about this. We call it Litha. Where does that come from?
Well, Litha, the word, comes from Bede. So if you're a medieval historian, call me new best friend, Dr. Eleanor Janega, medieval historian. If you're a medieval historian...
You're just going to keep saying her name until she calls you or emails you one day, aren't you?
I'm manifesting my best friendship with medieval historian Dr. Eleanor Janega. Whenever I talk about her, that's how I refer to her, as my best friend, medieval historian Dr. Eleanor Janega. If I say it 3 times, I'm kind of hoping she'll appear, but so far that has not worked. Anyway, if you're a medieval historian, you know who specializes in Western European, specifically like Celtic, Gaelic, that kind of areas, you're going to know Bede. Bede is a very important figure. And it's spelled Bede, in case you want to Google. And Bede is the one who recorded this name. And so the 2 midsummer months that he recorded in his like reckoning of the year was before Litha and after Litha. Except he said it in Old English, and I didn't write it down in Old English. Oh. And I'm sorry, y'all. But I'll put it in the notes so you know what that looks like. So Litha was midsummer, and the months around it were before Litha and after Litha. So that's how that came to be. But when he wrote that down, that was also not what it was called at that moment in time, because that was still pre his history, pre his history.
Right.
So it hasn't been used for a long time, not since pre-Old English, when it was recorded. But the word was revitalized, reclaimed, when the neo-pagan movement kind of gathered some steam in the 20th century, specifically with the Wiccans, who kind of pulled all of these festivals forward and found the names that worked best and created what we now look at as like the Wheel of the Year, the 8 Sabbats.
Right.
In the ye olden days, the four Sabbats that were celebrated were Imbolc, Beltane, Lunasa, and Samhain, and the solstices and equinox were not part of that big festival of celebrations, that big wheel of time. But that being said, midsummer is like a big deal, and it's been celebrated everywhere for always, basically.
Right, basically, because who doesn't want a big party on the longest day of the year, right?
Yeah. Right. It's a time of peak energy.
Woo!
There's so much power and sunshine and happiness, and yay!
Yay! I love it. And this is when the crops are starting to ripen and the flowers are in full bloom and the earth is at its most fertile. Like in June, you've got the late strawberries, you've got some of the the blueberries, you've got, well, depending on where you live, obviously blackberries and blackberries are a little bit later, but you've got all of these like stone fruits that are starting to ripen, and like cherries are in season.
Our nectarines are so good right now.
I'm jelly. Nectarines are like one of my absolute all-time favorite fruits, if not my favorite fruit.
It's a time of abundance.
It really is.
And it's a time to honor the abundance. Not only the abundance that we get from the earth, the food, and the wonderfulness that sustains us, but a time to honor the abundance that we get from the universe.
Absolutely.
The stuff that makes our lives awesome.
What we've discovered is that literally pretty much every Sabbath, there's fire involved. we humans love fire. So is there fire involved in the Litha celebrations at all?
There is indeed. First of all, fire is purifying.
Sure, yeah.
And fire is powerful. And so fire is an excellent way to celebrate community. It also draws people in. It's a great way to celebrate community.
Absolutely.
And For the Celts, it's midsummer is a time to honor the sun gods and goddesses with fire. It's a time of powerful fey magic for the Celts. The Romans honored Vesta, goddess of the hearth.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't know if you know about hearths.
I do.
But you know what? You can put some fire in it.
That is what I've heard. I've heard that you can put fire in a hearth.
The Vikings celebrated with feasts and fire. And they believed that it was a time when the veil between the worlds was thin. So it's a great time to communicate with the spirits and divine the future. It's a good time to resolve disputes.
Oh.
And in ancient China, now this said in ancient China, China is huge.
It's
and
massive.
So I'm not sure exactly if this includes all of China, which it probably doesn't. But in ancient China, the summer solstice was associated with the earth element yin and femininity, and was celebrated with ceremonies that included offerings of food and drink to deities and ancestors.
Oh,
it said nothing about fire in that factoid that I found on the internet, nor do I know what parts of ancient China and what traditions, because there's so much there.
Right.
So
you would get absolutely lost trying to suss out all that information.
Yeah. It's like the United States is big, and you can't say all indigenous people to the United States have the same summer solstice celebrations.
Right.
Because that would be silly.
That would be wrong. And you can't say that
silly and wrong, yes.
Yeah. And you can't say that all people in the United States know how to make a peach pie. Like, that just doesn't, no.
They should.
They should, but they don't. And
I want peach pie now.
I know. And peach pies aren't always created equal. Like, they're differently, like, there's different styles of making. I mean, there's more awareness now with the internet on different styles of making peach pie, but, like, everybody makes peach pie a different way. Well, not everybody, but you know what I mean.
Yes, I actually am unaware of the many different varieties of peach pie, but we will save that for our upcoming peach pie episode.
You just want to eat peach pie and write it off as a business expense.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so in early times, midsummer was celebrated a lot of times with bonfires. They were quite often lit up on top of hills so they could be seen forever. Because that was just like, it just, in a time when it's harder to go from town to town because it takes longer.
Yeah.
You can still see a bonfire if they're lit all over, and it's very like, that's the kind of community that pulls you in, even if you're not in community, like co-located community.
Right.
It's like we light our cell phone towers ablaze with our bonfires of community.
Yeah, we kind of do.
Did you like it?
I like it. I like that metaphor. I mean, because if you think about it, back then, like, you know, you didn't have, it's not that there weren't big cities, there were, but you didn't have, like, these towering skyscrapers. You didn't have all this light pollution. So lighting a bonfire, like, it could be seen for miles because there was nothing to compete with it. And that's kind of like...
Especially if you put it up high. Yeah. Which is why when Gondor called for aid, they weren't putting their fires down in the valleys. No. Oh, no, those were up high. That's how that chain of fire... The beacons were being lit up high.
I love it.
This is also not a Lord of the Rings podcast, but we can do that with the peach pie somehow.
Peach pie and Lord of the Rings. I don't know how we're going to work those two things together, but hobbits. Okay,
but doesn't that sound like an awesome day, though?
It does sound like
peach pie and Lord of the Rings.
Now I feel like we have to have this day. I don't know why.
Okay. We'll make it happen. We'll let you know.
You can join us for peach pie and Lord of the Rings. So, and also I've heard that herbs gathered during the summer solstice are like their most potent, like magically speaking, energetically speaking. Yeah.
If you're using them for like potions or poultices. then it's stuff like that, spell
Yeah.
work, anything like that, it would be at its most potent magically on midsummer. And it was a big thing to stay awake all very short night with your bonfires lit to watch the solstice sunrise.
Yeah.
And I think probably one of the more famous examples of this now is the way people will gather at various henges, famously Stonehenge, on the solstice to watch the solstice sunrise.
Right.
And that happens both for the winter and the summer solstice, where
Right.
that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
But staying up to watch that solstice sunrise for the shortest night and the longest day, that was a way that people used to celebrate and that they still do.
And I love that connection through history and through our ancestors, that they did that and we still do that to this day. And I always love, someday it would be really awesome to go to Stonehenge just a henge. Actually, I really love the henge in, I'm having a blank moment. It's the one where the village is built in it and you can actually walk through the henge.
Oh,
Avebury.
You could go to St. Mary's Henge. Isn't that a henge? The mini Stonehenge in Washington State.
Oh yeah, I could go to this.
Yeah, go to that one for the solstice.
Yeah. Doesn't really have the same spark to it.
But it is at the site of like some really cool petrographs.
It is, yeah,
and
that's
petroglyphs.
true.
So,
and it is kind of old now, not Stonehenge old, but like some decades.
American old.
Like
U.S. old.
Like West
Coast U.S. old.
West Coast white people U.S. old.
Yes. West Coast white colonizer old.
Yeah.
I was being U.S. like specifically to the formation of the country and not the people who lived there
that's
before.
true, yes. Because
But
the country's
it is
only
white colonizer.
Yeah. The country is 250 years old as of this year. And so that's, that's old. To nobody else on the planet just about is this old, but it's old to us.
There's newer countries.
I mean, that's true. But they're usually part of older countries that or they're
I don't know. We'll do an episode on the age of countries someday. We'll have guest expert, my daughter.
Oh, okay. Excellent. I would love that. She can educate us on the age of countries.
On age of countries. And flags, probably. We talked about the old ancient celebrations, early celebrations, but modern celebrations. So, early celebrations, fire, gathering herbs, staying awake all night to watch the sunrise. Modern celebrations, fire.
Fire! we need a fire thing to
Yes. Okay, listen, I've got some graphics to be creating here.
Excellent.
But fire is like we said earlier, it's such an important part of festival and ritual because it is cleansing, because it gathers community. Also, it's a great way to cook your food if that happens to be how you prefer to cook, or if you just want s'mores. But fire is this wild, untamed energy. And so this is a great time to light your fires, whether you have room for a bonfire, or you're hanging out with friends, or you have room for a candle. And just be safe with your fire. So, dance for the sun, dance for the collapse of the patriarchy.
Yes.
Which I actually wrote in my notes. So
you did. I love it. I was like, yes. And
it's a time for feasts.
Feasting, food. I mean, this is a thing. All celebrations need food, right?
Yeah.
Humans
crap celebration.
I know. Humans love food and they love sharing food.
I was going to say, well, there's a lot of celebrations that involve fasting, but I believe the main celebration is when you break the fast.
And I am not aware, and this is just me, so if you're aware of this, let me know, but I am not aware of any fasting involved with witchcraft. There may be something in Wicca or some other pagan practices, but in witchcraft, yes, Amy.
Well, I raised my hand before you said other pagan practices, but I know that there are probably, if you're planning on doing some dream journey stuff or astral travel kind of things, things like that, which wouldn't necessarily be in our branch of witchcraft, but would be in other branches of witchcraft. A lot of times you would fast before beginning those kind of spiritual journeys.
Yeah, some
but it
people
wouldn't be part of a celebration.
Right. And witchcraft in and of itself is particularly like kitchen witchery, hearth witchery, green witchery. These are about nourishing the body, not depriving the body, really at the, and the soul and so on. And some people actually can't fast.
Yes.
I am one of those people. I actually cannot fast. It's actually dangerous for me. I don't think that a person needs to fast for spiritual reasons. I just really don't. But that's my opinion. You do you, boo.
And if it's part of your tradition.
Yep, go for it.
That's aces. Just be careful if you are pregnant or breastfeeding or have some kind of other condition that may preclude that. And I know that in most traditions, there are reasons to not fast, even if it is part of your overall tradition. There are exclusions available. And we're not telling you to fast. We're telling you to feast. We want peach pie for everybody. All right, so
anyway,
pie is not traditionally part of the midsummer celebration unless you want it to be. But we should feast. And
absolutely.
It's a time of community, as are all the Sabbats. It's also a really good time for spell casting, for setting intentions, particularly those that are about growth, abundance, and fertility. Yes. And this is where I get to do Shéa's usual line, not just about babies in this case.
Beltane was, but Litha's not.
Correct. Although there's a lot of midsummer babies that you read about in some of the older books where people are born in early, like, what's 9 months from now? February? Yeah. Oh, no. Wait. Shoot, are we midsummer babies? Where you don't necessarily know who the father is?
Well,
Mom!
Pretty sure I know who my father is because I look like the man.
Okay, I look like a sissel.
There's no getting away from it.
Is that 9 months from now, though?
Well, yeah, so we're June.
So more me than you, probably.
I mean, that's 8
My
months.
partner, Chris, is a midsummer baby.
Yeah. So 9 months would be March. Yeah.
Chris's mom.
And I was late, so I was probably more like a Beltane baby.
I was late as well.
So we're probably more Beltane babies than we are midsummer babies. Yeah. So we're before Litha.
Good. Now we know everything's fine. Beltane is a great time for hand fasting. So
oh yeah, okay.
Not a time for running off into the woods during the few hours of darkness. Okay.
To gather berries, for instance.
Herbs are at their most potent. Not
go.
The ones that prevent conception, baby.
So colors for the Litha. So we're going to talk about Litha altar because I know you tend to do altars. I know. I
don't usually do one for Litha, and my space at my new place right now is very limited, so I don't have like a dedicated space for it at this point. But I still like the idea of I have a mental altar now. Maybe I'll do a digital one. That could be a thing, right?
I don't see why not. It's the modern
era. I'm going to do a digital altar. Okay.
And if we can have digital communities. So,
right? Yeah, I'm going to put up my digital altar, and I will tag every single one of you. No, I'll just tag this podcast and put it up on the Instagram.
I do swap out my candles. I will say that. I do swap out my candles, but other than that, I don't really have an altar.
My space is now, like, in my closet, so I can't have stuff, like, sitting up high, like candles, because otherwise my clothes will whack into it.
Yeah, that won't be good. But if you have the space, how are we going to... What colors are we going to use for our altar?
Well, gold, orange, yellow for candles or decorations are really great because that's warmth, sunshine, create the fires of creativity. Green is that fertility, that nature, that prosperity that we want to bring into our lives. And then red for love and courage and life force. And then there's like animals that are associated with Litha as well. The rooster, because, you know, they cock-a-doodle-doo in the mornings. They bring on the sun and the dawn. These are not for your altar, by the way. Don't put these. You can put like pictures of, or like
little mini. And like,
I'm a little
cute.
Portuguese
I love it.
rooster.
I love it.
I could put that on my altar.
I could just see somebody trying to put a rooster on their altar, and this thing's just like extraordinary. Definitely.
Well, butterflies.
Yeah.
Symbols of transformation. Bees, of course. Bees, community, productivity, sweetness. I love bees. Are such. I love bees. Anyway,
love bees.
And
Bees
then
are
stags.
Awesome. Yeah,
don't
definitely.
put a stag on your altar.
Don't put a stag on your altar.
Also, don't even try to catch one, because that's probably
dangerous.
not going to end well for
That's
anyone.
Dangerous.
But they're symbols of fertility, virility, and nature.
Nice.
So, in the Wheel of the Year, when you're looking at this is there's the two Celtic. There's the Oak King and the Holly King. And so, little butterfly.
Yeah, a little butterfly.
It's showing us a little butterfly.
It's a little butterfly. It's a little enamel pin of a little butterfly. It's got the little half crescent moons and the little star on there. Foods.
Oak. No, wait. I was saying a thing.
Oh, about the stags.
I was saying a thing.
Oh, thing.
No, after the stags, before the food.
Oh.
I was talking about the Oak King and the Holly King.
Oh, the Oak King and the Holly King. Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't in the notes, so this is just something I didn't write down. But there in the Celtic traditions, there's the two kings, and the Oak King reigns from winter solstice to summer solstice. At which point he is overthrown by the Holly King, whose power grows until the winter solstice. So this is also when that happens. So there's like the symbolic battle between the oak and the holly, and the Holly King has to win at this point so that the seasons continue. And then the same thing happens in the winter solstice, so that the Oak King can bring the new life back to the earth and growth and everything.
That's really cool. I always forget about that part.
Not really that sorry. That's like way more on topic than pie. So
I mean, I don't know though, because food is important to Litha and pie is food.
Okay, good point. Both were equally relevant. Speaking of food, some foods that you can put on your altar if you're doing a temporary one just for midsummer include the fruits that are ripe right now. So there's a lot of berries, strawberries, blueberries. Like we said earlier, I have nectarines that are coming into season. I guess I heard that pomegranates are starting to look good on the shelves again. We have a very long pomegranate season here.
And I know cherries are in season. I'm starting to see them in the stores, and they're like really tasty.
Yeah, we've had cherries. Yum. And also, of course, and always honey. Honey is kind of, it just kind of binds community together. Bees are such social community animals. They're so important to fertility of the fields, for the new plant growth, and spring and summer are great times for new honey to be harvested. Absolutely. So mead is, if you want to drink, mead is a great drink to have with your altar celebrations.
And then plants. Now, you are the Green Witch, so tell us which plants we should be altering or using at this time.
Okay, I will do that. St. John's wort is one that is kind of blooming right now. It's great for protection and potency. It has uses for antidepressants if you're looking at using homeopathic methods to treat mild depression, but you have to be very, very careful with stuff like that. It is not FDA approved in any way, and a lot of times what you're buying at stores is not real. So if you are going to go with herbal stuff for mental health issues, please see a licensed naturopath. And make sure you disclose what other medications you're on.
Yes.
We're doing a lot of like, we're not doctors today, even though I am a fake doctor from Portugal.
A totally fake doctor. Well, I mean, it's really important because St. John's wort in particular can have some really nasty side effects when you're on certain medications or you have certain like health issues or whatnot. Not everyone. St. John's wort is just not something that everyone. It can actually cause anxiety in some people.
Yeah.
So that's why you shouldn't just start popping St. John's wort. It's
the flowers are pretty. Put some flowers on your altar.
Put some flowers on your altar. It's absolutely fine. Just be really cautious when taking St. John's wort. And we don't want anyone to be harmed. Yep. I see here you have
other great flowers. Lavender.
Yeah. Now lavender,
purification and peace. But also, again, with everything, moderation. Don't get carried away because lavender can have weird effects on some stuff too. If you're taking a lot of it, it can increase estrogen production in young people, I think.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
So you want to be just be careful.
Yeah.
With everything. A little bit of lavender in your non-ingested lavender is going to be fine, generally speaking.
Yeah.
But if you're ingesting lavender, a little bit's not going to do you harm.
I have a really good tea that has lavender in it, and it helps when I have headaches or have stress. It just
I love this scent of lavender. I used to have a pillow spray that I would just spritz a little bit on my pillow before bed. Lavender. Nice. I love this. Lavender is one of my favorite smells. It's one of my favorite flowers. It's beautiful. So chamomile, great tea, comfort and tranquility. It can really soothe your anxiety. Calendula, joy and prosperity. And then any fresh flowers that you find that's just perfect to put on your altar. It's a very floral time of year. So celebrate with flowers, and these are just a few things that you could do, but obviously anything that brings you joy and sparks that summer joy is perfect for this. If you're looking for crystals that are specific to the summer,
citrine.
Yeah. Look at you.
I'm just holding up my little citrine here that I picked up somewhere. It's just I always keep it near my writing area.
Do you have any sunstone? That's next on my list.
I don't think I have any sunstone. Hey, this is citrine also.
That's really pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty.
You can pretend that's amber. Hold it up when I say amber.
Okay.
Tiger's eye?
I do have tiger's eye around here somewhere, but I'm not sure where it is.
An amber. Oh, look.
This is totally not amber, but it looks like
amber.
It's not amber. Yeah, amber has a different feel because amber isn't actually a stone.
No, it's not. But it is a stone-ish, like, crystal thing.
Right. It does go along with crystal with its properties. So now you have a Litha ritual for us.
Well, you know me. I love a Sabbath ritual.
I do too. I do too. So tell us about it, what's it for, and all that good stuff.
Okay, this one is wicked simple.
Okay.
The simplest, I'm not giving you all very complex rituals anyway. Yeah. But this one is probably the simplest one that I have ever suggested. And this is for confidence and full power. Ooh. It's great for stepping into the version of yourself you've been hesitating to claim the authority in your own life, to live your most authentic self, and or get over any imposter syndrome. This is a ritual for confidence and power.
Nice.
And this is for all y'all.
I love it.
Easy. You need a mirror.
Okay.
We'll have one. A gold, yellow, or orange candle. And again, as Shéa usually reminds me, white is fine. Yes. But if you have gold, yellow, or orange, those are great colors for confidence and creativity and self-possession. But white would be fine as well. You can have rosemary, you can have oil or dried rosemary. Rosemary is associated with clarity, memory, and self-possession. And then a paper or pen.
Okay.
So what you do? Okay. Take a little time to meditate on the statement of power for your situation. My sample that I put in the notes is I am amazing. I am powerful. The work I have done is real and good.
Yes.
I do not need permission to take up space.
Oh, yeah.
I do not apologize for being myself.
Preach.
I will not be smaller. I am seen, and I am exactly who I need to be.
Ooh, that gave me shivers.
So I'll have all of those written down in the show notes or on the Insta. You can take one of those. Oh, I
I got goosebumps.
You can take one, some, all of that. You can make up your own. It needs to fit you.
Yeah.
My words might not fit you, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So you find words that fit you, and you write them down and make sure they're authentic and they represent what you want. So then you can anoint the candle in rosemary oil. That's just like drip a little rosemary oil on your candle. Not on the wick, though.
Oh, no.
Well, maybe that'd be fine, but maybe, don't do that, actually. Or you can roll it in the dried rosemary. So it kind of will have that rosemary scent, that rosemary essence. And then you light the candle.
Okay.
And then you stand or sit in front of your mirror and you look at yourself. Don't look past you. Don't look over your shoulder. Look yourself in your eyes. You're not looking for flaws. You are not looking with a critical eye. You are looking at yourself to see your authentic, true being. So you're locking eyes with you. It's really hard to lock eyes with yourself when you're on camera because I'm trying to lock eyes with myself, but then like the camera is weird. It just looks like I'm looking all over. So in a mirror, it's easier. So you meet your own eyes and you say aloud the words that you composed. And you repeat it until it sinks in. All the while, look at yourself. And you'll see the expression on your face when it sinks in, when it becomes part of you. Your expression will shift. And then you let that candle burn while you're meditating on what you've seen and how you've changed. And then you extinguish the candle and carry the rosemary with you for the rest of the solstice day.
Nice. And, you know, I recently heard a bit of sciencey stuff. I have nothing to back this up with, that your brain doesn't know the difference when you're looking in a mirror talking to yourself. Your brain doesn't really know the difference between whether you're talking to yourself or someone else is talking to you. Like, because you're...
Really?
Yeah, it's like the subconscious. Like, and so you're more willing to believe what someone else says about you than what you say about yourself, typically. Like, I mean, in a positive way, not in a negative way so much. But, like, in a positive...
Maybe that, too, which is a problem, though.
Well, I mean, yeah, that is... But, like, if someone else says, you know, you're amazing. Amy, you're amazing. And you're like... You might kind of go, haha, no, I'm not. But you kind of get that little flutter of, oh, someone said I'm amazing. But if you try to say, oh, I'm amazing, it's just like, pff, whatever. But when you look in the mirror and say, I'm amazing, or Shéa, you're amazing, or Amy, you're amazing, your brain doesn't really differentiate that from someone else telling you that, because you're seeing another person. And so
this is so cool.
And so, yeah, so it goes deeper into your subconscious than if you just say it like with your eyes closed or just, you know, whatever. It actually will go into your subconscious more. That is amazing. Like, I mean, obviously, you know, consciously that you're talking to yourself in the mirror, but on a subconscious level, your brain doesn't really register the difference as far as like who's talking to you. And you're more willing to believe what you say about another person as well. Like, I absolutely believe you're amazing. It is much easier to say that about you than it is to say about myself. But, well, except it isn't for me. But,
Well, because we're both amazing.
Because we're both amazing, and I've done a lot of hard work. So I've done a lot of the work, so I truly believe I'm amazing. So doing that in the mirror kind of shortcut, basically. Science!
Science! So go do it. Go do the solstice morning. Start your solstice telling yourself that you can fill up as much space as you need to. And that you are awesome and amazing. As amazing as me and Shéa, even if
absolutely.
Maybe more so.
Maybe more so. That's hard, that's difficult, but you can do it. And the thing is, even if you already know and feel amazing and powerful, do it anyway, because who doesn't need more of that?
Yeah.
Especially women people. Women people are so, like, it's a constant battle to be seen, to be heard, to take up space. We're so socialized.
People who identify as women or who are socialized as women.
Yes.
Or who are perceived as women. Even if you're masked or non-binary or trans or don't identify as a woman now, anyone who has been socialized as a woman is perceived as a woman or identifies as a woman.
Taking up space is the exact opposite of what we've been taught. We're not supposed to take up space. We're supposed to make ourselves small. And we're supposed to make ourselves, yes. And fuck that noise. Pardon my French.
Exactly. That's not French.
Isn't it? It probably sounds way fancier in French.
You should learn how to say that in French.
I really should.
And then when you swear in French, then you can just say, pardon my French. We'll be like, okay.
Okay. So if any French person is out there and wants to teach me how to swear like a sailor in French, please let me know.
I can just say Fodish. Fodish! I will be swearing at you in Portuguese. I don't know very much Portuguese yet, but I learned that one. We have to be, if we're going to swear, we have to swear in not English. That's the new rule for the pod.
All right.
Okay. But would you like to have a cocktail?
I would absolutely freaking love a cocktail. Please, shall we have a cocktail now that I've already...
Let's have a cocktail. Ooh, mine is way pinker than yours. This is a midsummer margarita. And when I first put the margarita, or the recipe, into the show notes, I had titled it Solstice Sips Strawberry and Thyme, because it felt like, parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. It felt like it had that same rhythm. But then it turns out that there wasn't any thyme at my grocery store. So I'm not doing a strawberry thyme margarita. I'm doing a strawberry basil margarita.
Okay.
If you're doing a strawberry thyme, you want to do the strawberries and the thyme and make a simple syrup. So you simmer the sugar, the water, the strawberries, and the thyme all together in the simple syrup. And you let it hang out and be happy. And then eventually you strain it and chill it. And it's perfect. If you're doing the basil, you don't necessarily want to do that because basil doesn't do well with the cooking. So if you're doing basil, the way I did it was I just, I broke the basil, I bruised it, and then I put it in my shaker with some of the strawberries I'd pulled out of my strawberry simple syrup and muddled it. And then I had my strawberry simple syrup and my tequila and my lime juice.
Excellent.
So I'll put all of that in the show notes. But you did thyme, right?
I did thyme. I did not have, there was no fresh thyme, let's just say. I wasn't able to get fresh thyme, but I had dried thyme. And I have some tea bags that you can fill yourself and then create your own little tea bags. So I put some dried thyme in the tea bag and tied it off and put it in there. And of course, I do lazy witchcraft. Like even my kitchen witchery is like I don't have time to sit there, and I don't have the spoons to like stir, whatever. So what I did is I just, used my electric kettle. I poured the water in, added the sugar, diluted it. Then I put in the strawberries, and then I put them, and of course the strawberries were like room temp. So it cooled the syrup down. So I put it in the microwave. And I microwaved it for like a minute, and then smashed the berries, so they would be like kind of, a little bit, so kind of get some of the stuff out. And then I put it in for like another minute. So I basically microwaved it for 2 total minutes. But because the thyme was in its little pouch, it wasn't all over the place. And dried thyme can absolutely handle the cooking. And then I just let it sit on the counter until right before I was ready to use it, and then strained it. And so the thyme is very light.
So depending on how you made it, thyme is used for courage, emotional healing, purification. So you have that courage that goes out there with what we're talking about. Basil is wealth and prosperity, so that's part of that fertility and abundance as well. Strawberry, of course, is love, fertility, and divine feminine energy. And tequila is fire.
Fire!
And then lime is cleansing and purification as well. So this is a great cocktail for creativity, for abundance, for celebrating the divine feminine energy. And if you do the basil, it's wealth and prosperity. If you do thyme, you've got a little bit more purification. You've got some emotional healing and some courage to take up that space.
And it's
a lot of good energy here.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's delicious.
And you're
going to I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out.
Oh, but strawberry and basil go so well together. I bet it's delicious. I wouldn't necessarily use dried basil in a cocktail.
I wouldn't have either.
No. I think you'd
have a little basil plant.
Be a little too pizza. I think pizza adjacent. But maybe you like that. I don't know.
I don't know if I want a pizza cocktail.
But I definitely you have a recipe in here, and I know you altered it a little bit, like the amount. I altered mine as well. I have much less tequila than this recipe calls for.
Sorry.
This is a very and I used about half the lime juice, and I almost doubled the strawberry thyme simple syrup. And part of that was like I said, my strawberries were not very sweet, and so and also I like sweet drinks. So
I used the amount of syrup that mine called for, and a little less lime juice because my lime didn't have the full amount, and the amount of tequila.
Well, I knew you would use the full amount of tequila. So but I wasn't
going to Look at my big ass glass. It's delicious.
It is really tasty. So just play with the amounts. If you like it sweeter, use a little bit more syrup, a little less lime. If you don't want your alcohol, if you don't want it as strong, reduce the amount of tequila. If you like it strong, use all the tequila.
And when you're making your simple syrup, a simple syrup recipe is typically a 1-to-1 ratio of sugar and water.
Yeah.
You can make there's some recipes that will call for, what do you call it when it's double sugar?
I can't remember I think they call it a rich syrup or something like that.
Something like that. I usually use less sugar because, again, I don't like things as sweet, and I think there's enough natural sweetness in some of the fruit when I'm making a flavored simple syrup.
Whereas, with mine, I actually probably could have, I did do the simple syrup, the 1-to-1 ratio. I probably could have used 1.5 because of how not sweet the strawberries were. They were on the sour side, in fact. Depending on how you like your drinks, it's very easy to alter. So, Amy.
Yes, ma'am.
I understand you have a Litha Oracle deck that you're going to pull a card for us today.
Indeed, I do. And we are almost all the way through the Seasons of the Witch. Ooh. I think that we have... this is the second to last Sabbath episode that we've taped. And so this is the second to last time I will pull out a Seasons of the Witch card. So I have... This is such a pretty deck. And this is the Seasons of the Witch series by Juliet Diaz. This one is illustrated by Tijana Lukovic and is co-authored by Lorianne Anderson. The back of the cards is the moon, Moonjoy, and then 4 moths.
I love it. And it's purple in the
Purple.
background.
Yeah.
Love our purple.
And it's got purple foil side.
Oh, I love that. That's so pretty.
Okay, so I have drawn Sunset Dinner.
Sunset
An
dinner.
invitation awaits you. Yell to the stars that you are ready to go.
Ooh, and so, oh, how cute. It's a little table with 4 chairs around it.
And there's like rose bushes and flowering trees in the background and like poppies. There's twinkle lights hung in the trees.
Oh, I love it.
In the background, there's hills and the sun's going down.
Uh-huh.
There's flowers all around the table and chairs. And I just tried to like zoom in on the card with my 2 fingers.
Oh.
This is not a zooming thing.
That's hilarious.
There's butterflies. There's a bird sitting on the back of one of the chairs. And on the table, there's a bouquet. And there's a little pie. Looks like a strawberry pie.
Yay, pie!
And some candles and a picture of what could be lemonade or something like that. And it's just this riotous explosion of flowers and color. And
I love it.
how perfect. Like,
Beautiful.
I just want to go sit there and have the strawberry pie
Yes.
and a bottle of wine
Yes.
and watch the sun go down on the
Yes.
longest day. And then stay up all
Absolutely.
night to watch it come up again.
We're going to make that
So let's-
happen in 2027. So let it be written, so let it be done.
Y'all are invited to our sunset dinner, okay?
Yes. Okay.
It's an invitation. It's a seat at the table. It's leveling up. Which, didn't we just talk about this?
We did!
Your hard work is paying off.
Yeah.
People who matter are noticing. It's time to shoot your shot. A new opportunity can come at any moment, and you don't want to miss your chance. Do what you can to feel more confident and secure in the goals that you're
Yes.
chasing.
Yes.
It also can mean that it's time to spend time with people who can lift you up. They say you are the same as the 6 people you spend the most time with. Oh no. One of them is a teenager. No, which is perfectly fine if those people represent where you want your life to go. So that's something to think about. And I've heard that before. Look at the people you spend the most time with. And are those the kind of people that you want to be?
Mm-hmm.
Because if they're not, then you need to reevaluate either where you want to be or who you're spending time with. I used to have this friend group that nobody ever had anything good to say about anything, about each other when the other people weren't around.
Ooh, that's not
It was
good.
a lot of gossip. I mean, I was much younger. It was a lot of gossip and backstabbing, but they were my besties, right?
Right.
And looking back, I'm like, why was I hanging out with people who were so negative about themselves, about the people they profess to love?
Mm-hmm.
So if there's people around you who never have a good thing to say about themselves, about anyone else, maybe it's time to reevaluate where you're at. Because if your partnerships, your friendships do not reflect who you are, who you want to be, then it might be time to expand your social circles or evaluate yourself.
Mm-hmm. And I have to point this out because matriarchy. In matriarchy, in patriarchy, there's always the people at the top table and then everybody else is scrambling for crumbs, right? But in matriarchy, there's room at the table for everyone.
Yeah,
And
share Horowitz will make it happen.
Absolutely.
Sorry, I love that part.
I do too. And
Yes.
it's like, but the table, how you can't make the table bigger? Sure. We just add another table onto the end. Just keep making the table
Everyone
bigger.
will squeeze in.
Yeah, everyone squeezes in, bring another chair. Don't worry about the food, we'll bake another pie. It's no big thing.
That's right.
We
There's
will-
always room.
There's always room. There's room for everybody, and everybody gets all that they need to eat. Nobody goes hungry.
And if you're not feeling like you're getting that kind of community and support with where you're at right now, and you know what? That is A-okay. You don't have to be like, and like implode your life. But
No.
you know what? There's room at our table.
Absolutely.
There's room with the Caftan Coven.
There's room with the Caftan Coven. We will open up our table to you. And you can share.
You're part of our community now.
You're part of our community, yes.
We love that for you and us.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us today for our exploration of Litha.
Please let us know how you're celebrating. Yeah. Are you doing an altar? Share pics. Share pics of your altar. Tag us on Instagram.
Yes.
We would love to be tagged in all of your Litha celebrations. Mm-hmm. And speaking of Instagram, you can follow us at Cliffhangers and Cocktails.
Woohoo! Yeah. Like, subscribe, follow, review, share. And don't forget, we'll have all of our links and sources and things in the show notes, along with the recipe for the Litha cocktail and the Litha ritual.
Yes. So, again, thanks for being here. Thanks for going on the journey with us, as always.
As always.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.